Hello, everybody. This is Bernie Strom, and welcome to my YouTube channel for this day's weekly simming of the third week of our Field of Dreams Baseball League. Since there were no broadcasts today, we're going to sim a week to keep on schedule. Tomorrow, Wednesday, the final day of our week and the last day of the month of June, I will also come on and I'll do a couple of games live. I'll also sim anything else that's left in the month so we stay on schedule and the month of June will be finished. Let's just briefly review what we have for the standings. Hagerstown a half game ahead of Liverpool in the Earth Division. D-Gen's having a great year, 41-18, 3.5 ahead of Lehigh. Vegas, my team, leading Chicago by 4.5, Tijuana by 6, Edmonton by 7, Mid-Michigan 6 games ahead of Brooklyn. And without any further ado, let's go to the games. We don't have anybody in the crowd yet, so you guys will be watching this if you're interested on video later this evening. Here we go. Maplewood at Long Island. 4-1 Maplewood. Cheney over Porterfield. Wirtz home run number 8. Vegas at Florence. Vegas 3-2 winners in 11 innings. Diaz over Nathan. Nathan, the ex-closer for Vegas. I have a habit of trading my players a year or two before they're finished, and Nathan has a good season this year, maybe next also, but he was coming to the end of his run, so I replaced him. Mid-Michigan at St. Pete. 5-1 St. Pete. Davis over Gibson. Amazing at Hadley Lake. Hadley Lake wins 6-4. Finneran over Marmot. Lancaster, Tijuana. Lancaster wins 4-3. Sabathia over Neff. No home runs yet today. How do you like that? Chicago at Edmonton. Chicago's been beaten up on Edmonton, and they're the reason, Chicago, why Edmonton's fallen a few games back. Edmonton gets even, beats Apier. Drysdale now 10-5, the winner over Apier. Campanella, home run number 16 for Chicago in a losing effort. The hot DJ's team at Manchester. DJ's 6-3 winners. Hammaker over Granke. Granke should be having a good year, but he's only 3-7, an unusual development. Ramirez, home run number 14 for DJ's. Marshfield at Brooklyn. Brooklyn squeaks by Marshfield 8-7. Suter over Quinn. Rosen, home run number 20. Liverpool at home, and they defeat Philadelphia 11-0. Vandermeer over Rogers. Vaughn, home run number 3 for Liverpool. Hagerstown at home against Dallas. 9-2 winners over Dallas. Sarmiento over Maddox, home run number 16 for Wagner. Chico's 6-5 winners on the road at Cleveland in 10 innings. Haddix over Stewart. Kelly, home run number 5. And the last game of the day, San Francisco loses to T-ville 12-11 in 11 innings. Jones over Grove. Minnie Minoso hit home run number 5. We go to the 16th. We will go to the 21st today. There'll be no play-by-play games. They'll all be simmed. Vegas at Florence. Florence defeats Vegas in 11 innings, 2-1. Sane over Hunter. Hunter loses his 5th game of the season. Dawson, home run number 23. Maplewood at Long Island. Maplewood wins 5-2. Camp over Smoltz. Chase, home run number 22. St. Pete at home against Mid-Michigan, and they beat Mid-Michigan 4-2. Flanagan over Morton. Hadley Lake at home, facing Amazing. Amazing wins 13-6. Cott over Finneran. 2 home runs the first 2 of the year for Herndon, and he plays for Amazing. Lancaster defeated Tijuana last time, and they defeat him again 6-3. Pizarro over Rudolph. Simmons, home run number 6. Chicago at Edmonton. Edmonton squeaks by Chicago 4-3, roll break over Bull. 2 RBIs for Keller, and he hit home run number 14. Manchester at home against the hot D-Gens. D-Gens shuts out Manchester 8-0, fell over Whitey Ford. Marshfield on the road at Brooklyn, and they defeat Brooklyn 6-4. Lemon over Andujar. Prince Fielder home run number 17. Liverpool at home and defeats Philadelphia 2-0. Christy Matheson over Jimmy Key. Lehigh at Washington. Lehigh loses. Washington wins 7-6. Tesoro over Bear. Bagwell home run number 13 for Lehigh. Hagerstown at home, and they lose to Dallas 12-3. Ryan over DeLeon. Chico's still on the road at Cleveland, and they defeat Cleveland 6-1. Seaver over Allrock, home run number 15 for Johnny Bench for Chico's. And again, the last game of the day on the West Coast, T-Ville at San Francisco. T-Ville beats San Francisco 15-10. Consuegra 2-0 over Clemens. We head off to Saturday, the 17th of June. D-Gens 5 games over Lehigh in the wind. Liverpool now is taking the lead over Hagerstown by a half game in the earth. Mid-Michigan 5 games over Brooklyn in the water, and Vegas 5.5 over Chicago. St. Pete at home against Mid-Michigan. St. Pete shuts them out 1-0. Jenkins over Verlander, and it is a no-hitter for Fergie Jenkins. Let's go to the box score. There it is. Fergie Jenkins, 9 innings, no hits, no runs, no errors, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. There were no errors. He was 1 walk short of a perfect game. D-Gens at Manchester. Manchester defeats D-Gens. Harvey over Doss. Ramirez home run number 15. Second day in a row Ramirez has homered. Chico's on the road again, still at Cleveland and still winning. Chico's now on a 3-game winning streak at least. Bender over Welsh. Ortiz home run number 15. He started the year with my Vegas team and was traded to Chico's for Robbie Ray before the season started. Let's check on Chico's. He's closed the gap to 10 games. He's still got a shot. Maplewood at Long Island. Long Island 10-6 winners. Palmer over Schultz. Murray home run number 12. Hadley Lake at home. Amazing beats him 4-3 in 10 innings. Lee over McConnell home run number 10 for Dolph Camilli. Lancaster's beaten Tijuana twice in a row. They lose, however, 9-4. Hughes over Scott Greenberg had 4 RBIs in the game. Chicago at Edmonton. Edmonton's won 2 in a row against Chicago, and Chicago defeats Edmonton 7-2. Roberts over Mosley. Chicago now 5 games back. Edmonton 6.5 tied with Tijuana. Marshfield at Brooklyn. Brooklyn wins 4-2. Perry over Garcia. Doby home run number 14. Liverpool 6-2 winners over Philly. Kershaw over Lee. Bruthers home run number 3. Lehigh at Washington trying to keep up with D-Gens, and they do 9-1. Brown over Rashi. Hagerstown at home, 1 game back. They win 3-2 over Dallas. Sarmiento over Vance. Torrey home run number 6. And once again, the last game of the day, San Francisco defeats T-Ville 10-6. Moffett over Pierce home run number 3. For Derek Jeter, we head to Sunday the 18th. Liverpool, half-game lead over Hagerstown. Let's see if they're going to keep it up. They do. 6-5 winners and 11. Marshall over Guidry. Votto, home run number 10. Lehigh, 4 games behind D-Gens. They're 6-0 winners in Washington. Brown, 1 game number 7. 8th home run for Kluszewski in that game. Hagerstown, 1 game back. Will they keep pace? 8-2 over Dallas. They do. Santana over Tannenhill. McGriff home run number 10. Vegas now is at Edmonton as the teams switch up. Vegas with a 6.5 game lead. They squeaked by Edmonton 4-3 in 10 innings. Reliever Robertson beats Tony Gordon for Edmonton home run number 16. Amazing at Mid-Michigan. Mid-Michigan leads by 3.5, and they lose 10-2 to Amazing. Hamels over Morris. Schmidt home run number 20 for Amazing. Chicago 5.5 games behind Vegas at Tijuana. Tijuana defeats Chicago 6-2. Alexander over Kovaleski. Chicago falls to 6 games back. D-Gens with a 3.5 game lead over Lehigh. They're losing it a tiny bit as Lehigh's making a little run here. But D-Gens now 4 games ahead. They defeat Cleveland 9-6. Joss over Walsh. Lajoie home run number 26. St. Pete at Brooklyn. Brooklyn 5-3 winners. Erskine over Cueto. Manouche home run number 17. Brooklyn in second place. Only 3 games behind Mid-Michigan. And this is only the second year of their existence in Field of Dreams. Florence at Lancaster. Florence defeats Lancaster 4-1. Lopat over Rixey home run number 8. Adrian Beltre. And on the West Coast, San Francisco defeats T-ville 8-7. Wood over Dorish. Babe Ruth, home run number 27. The 19th, we've got 3 days to go. Washington over Philadelphia. At Philadelphia. And they lose. Philly wins 2-1. Sale over Bannister. Vegas on the road at Edmonton. Vegas 6-5 winners, squeaks by another one by 1 run. Robertson over Bonham. Frank Robinson, 11th home run. He had 3 RBIs on the day. Liverpool at home with a half-game lead. They make it 1.5 now over Hagerstown, winning 4-2. Shore over Spawn. Amazing at Mid-Michigan. Mid-Michigan's lead down to 3 games. But they shut out Amazing 1-0. Keuchel over Schilling. Manchester has fallen to 8.5 back. They're at Long Island. They win 3-1. Soto over Martinez. McGee home run number 9. Chico's trying to close the gap at home against T-ville. They win 7-5. Walter Johnson over Trucks home run number 12. Lou Gehrig for T-ville. Chicago at Tijuana. Chicago squeaks by Tijuana. Hoyt over Carlton. Greenberg home run number 11 for Tijuana. Chicago now back to 6 games back. Marshfield at Hadley Lake. Marshfield 8-4 winners. Denny over Crandall. Boone home run number 8. Lehigh trying to close that 4-game gap at Dallas. 18-7 winners. Cy Young over Necro. No home runs in a game with 18 runs. That's quite a day. Cleveland at D-Gens. D-Gens trying to knock that lead back to 4 games. They do not. It's down to 3 as Cleveland defeats D-Gens 10-3. White over Arrieta, home run number 8 for Guerrero. Brooklyn trying to close that gap, but they don't. St. Pete 8-3 winners at Brooklyn. Stewart over Rowe. Pratt home run number 3. San Francisco at Maplewood. Maplewood wins 4-2. McMurtry over Tion. Upshaw home run number 6. And the last game on the 19th, Florence at Lancaster. They defeat them 4-3. Parnell over Russell. LeMahieu home run number 6. 2 games left to go. Once again, D-Gens the 3-game lead as Lehigh's closing it up. Liverpool scoots out to a little 1.5-game lead over Hagerstown, 8 over Manchester. Mid-Michigan's lead cut down to 4. Vegas 6 over Chicago, 7.5. Tijuana, 8.5 over Edmonton. Manchester at Long Island. Manchester 17-10 winners. Shear over Keeson. Koff, home run number 11. Marshfield at Hadley Lake. 8-3 Marshfield. Archer over McConnell. Washington at Philadelphia. 10-1 Washington victory. Burns over Rogers. Vegas playing Edmonton on the road. Edmonton squeaks by, closes the gap a little, 3-2 winners. Smith over Benz. That game went 16 innings. And Edmonton scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th. Someone blew a save somewhere, I would think. Well, Boddicker went 10 innings. He did not blow the save. He went 10 innings. And one of those runs is unearned. It was a error on a play that Edmonton took advantage of, takes the game 3-2. Hagerstown at Liverpool, they defeat Liverpool 11-10. Urihara now 1-0 in 10 innings over Kinder. Couple of Red Sox pitchers. Liverpool now lead falls to a half game. Amazing at Mid-Michigan. Mid-Michigan wins 3-2. Gibson over Marmot. Evans, home run number 9. T-Ville at Chico's. Chico's looking for another win. They get it 11-2. Seaver over Honeycutt. Yount, home run number 2. Chico's cuts the D-Gens lead to 9. Chicago at Tijuana. Tijuana wins 9-7. Neff over Apier. Apier loses his second game in a row. Simmons, a home run. Lehigh at Dallas. Lehigh trying to close that 3-game gap. But they win 7-6 and do it. Luke over Maddox. Martinez, home run number 20. 2.5 games Lehigh now trails the D-Gens. Will D-Gens put it back to 3? They do with a 6-3 victory. Lalich over Pena. Ramirez having a hot week, home run number 16. St. Pete at Brooklyn. Brooklyn 4.5 behind Mid-Michigan. They lose to St. Pete 8-4. Davis over Antonelli. Canerco, home run number 15. San Francisco at Maplewood, 8-5 winners. Lanier over Perez. Williams, home run number 19. And the final day on June 20th, Florence at Lancaster. Lancaster wins 6-3. Sabathia over Rijo. Kravitz, home run number 23, having a good year. And the last game of the day, we have the same schedules going here. After today, it'll be 1 week. If someone wants to pick up a broadcast and do it tomorrow night, I'll be watching. If not, I'll broadcast a game or 2, sim the end of the month of June, and we'll be on to July. Washington at Philadelphia. Washington 4-2 winners. Tesreau over Smith. Burns 3 for 5, 2 RBIs. 4th game in the series, Vegas at Edmonton. Edmonton splits the series with Vegas, winning 6-5. Roll back over Benz. Mize, home run number 17. Edmonton closes to 6.5 games behind Vegas. Hagerstown at Liverpool. Hagerstown 17-5 winners. De Leon over Matheson, home run number 12 for Adcock. Liverpool now drops out of first place, a half game back. Chicago at Tijuana. Chicago wins 7-5. Brock over Rudolph. Chicago now 5 games behind Vegas with a week to go in the month of June. Marshfield over Hadley Lake. Hadley Lake wins 3-1. Crandall over Quinn, home run number 7. Rudy York. Lehigh is either going to be 2.5 or 3.5 behind D-Gens based on what happens right here. 5-2, Lehigh wins. Halliday over Ryan. They are now 2.5 behind D-Gen. His D-Gens, will they put them back to 3? They do. 4-3 winners over Cleveland. 10 innings, Chapman over Altrock. Home run number 2 for Brantley. St. Pete at Brooklyn. Brooklyn wins again, 4-1. Andohar over Wellman. Manouche, home run number 19. Florence loses to Lancaster 4-2. Lancaster makes it back to 500. Pizarro over Lefferts. Griffey Jr. home run number 15. Amazing at Mid-Michigan. Amazing squeaks by 4-3. Caught over Morton, home run number 22 for Schmidt. He's had a couple of home runs today. Manchester beats Long Island 5-2. Cranky finally gets a win over Smoltz. T-ville at Chico's. T-ville wins 8-2. Mays over Bender. Minoso, his second home run of the week. Home run number 6. And to end the day, San Francisco defeats Maplewood 4-2. Clemens over Cheney. Stanton home run number 20. In review, let's briefly go over this, and then we will call it an evening. Hagerstown remains half game ahead of Liverpool. DGen's lead down to 3 against Lehigh. Vegas's lead 5 games over Chicago. Tijuana and Edmonton 6 games back. And in the water division, Mid-Michigan with a 4-game lead over Brooklyn. Tris Speaker still leads in the batting race. Ruth and Lajoie are tied with 27 in the home run race. Dawson, Kravitz, and Chase follow with 24. Chase is leading in RBIs with 71. Cobb with stolen bases 47. ERA, Boddicker for the Stars at 2.14 leads the ERA race, followed closely by Chico's Tom Seaver at 2.15, and Liverpool's Kershaw 2.29. Cy Young, 14 wins, leads the win race. Hunter has 11. Quisenberry with 14 saves. Vance is the strikeout leader. And team batting, San Francisco, Hagerstown, and DGens leads the batting race. Team pitching, Vegas, followed by Mid-Michigan and Lehigh. Chicago, Hagerstown, and T-ville, the top fielding teams in our Field of Dreams League. I'd like to thank everybody for coming by. And those are this week's scores. We will catch you tomorrow either with someone else doing a stream or myself finishing up the month of June. Have a nice Tuesday evening.